Good afternoon. Welcome back. My name's Naoma. Today is August 15th, 2026. Let's see, 9/14/15. Today's a sixth day. Yesterday I saw 666 with the song Vilify by Device. Something about vilifying our human. I'm just looking at myself in the camera, and I really look like I had an all-nighter last night. I really did, like, get home and take a shower. I guess I didn't get all my makeup off, and then I went to dog training this morning. All right. Vilifying the human. I have word. It comes from John chapter 8, verse 25 and 26. Then said they unto him, Who art thou? And Jesus said unto them, Even the same that I said unto you from the beginning. I'm still the same thing that I told you way back when we started this. I have many things to say and judge of you. But he that sent me is true, and I speak to the world those things which I have heard of him. He got downloads and messages and prophecies for the people that he was told to speak in allegory so that those with ears could hear and eyes could see. And that has to do with vilifying the human on a 6 day. 6 is about beauty, home, balance, structure. Well, balance that comes from solid structure. Okay. Oh, what the hell? A tidy house. It says clarity and organization and is the first card in this deck. And I'm going to tell you why I said, oh hell, because today I had full intentions of coming home, sweeping the house, and mopping. It takes me like an hour to do the cleaning. It's not that big of a deal. I started the laundry this morning, but we've got rain this afternoon, so I can't hang it outside. But anyway, I'm not as young as I used to be, man. Like, Stosh came and woke me up at 8 o'clock this morning. It was before 8 this morning, and he was like, Mom, you told me you'd take me to Norfolk. Get up. I was like, bro, my alarm didn't even go off yet. So I needed to clean up this house, but not today, Satan. All right. Tidy house. Clarity and organization. A thorough inventory. An auspicious symbol. The home in dreams represents the whole self. And how the home appears in the dream is a representation of the whole self. If your emotional world feels messy and unruly and you can't seem to get it clear, it's time to see how your environment is affecting you. Although your inner world has a huge impact on what shows up in your outer world, the people who populate your daily life and the energy of the objects you surround yourself with, basically everything in your surroundings. Now is the time for an inventory and full clearing of your environment. Ask for clarity from your relationships and do not make assumptions at this time. Clear and unambiguous communication is key. You may choose to let go of some people from your life when this shows up. This is a good thing. Otherwise, you might stay in these relationships too long out of a sense of obligation and social courtesy, when in truth, there is nothing holding you together. Be impeccable with your words, say what you mean, and be willing to make whatever changes are necessary to clean up your side of the street. If you know you're doing the right thing, it doesn't matter who has an opinion. That said, right now, once you're sure your proverbial house is a tidy one, there is a release of energy to begin new things, to enjoy life, and to know with certainty you are on the right path. So basically, hold on. Basically, the environment that you live in is a reflection of what's going on up here. Okay? When I lived with Adam, his doom piles everywhere, and I stopped wanting a clean house. Like, I stopped caring about it. I stopped caring about a lot of hygiene things. I mean, there was times when, like, I would just take a sink bath because I didn't want to fight with the water situation over there anymore, and wash in a laundry wash tub every night. What a pain in the ass that was. I'm so thankful for a shower, finally, after like 5 years. It's the little things that start piling up in your external environment that you don't realize is directly related to the things that are piling up here. So the next card we have is Sky Bridge. It says possibility for union. Oh, and the other thing that I was thinking about when I was reading the Tidy House card is I've started dating again. And that's where I was last night. And we had a great time. But I've been watching like all of these relationship like therapy videos on YouTube, and the one thing that they talk about is like these buckets that men put women into, and that women should learn how to know what bucket they're categorizing in you before you expend any more energy into the relationship. And like, you should do that on the first 1 or 2 dates. That the psychology of a man is he's going to know if he wants to put you as wife material within the first 15 minutes of a first date meeting, whatever. He's going to know. And he's going to categorize each one of these dates into these buckets. You know, the first one being wife material, the second one being like you're a fun time to hang out with, and I like having sex with you, but I don't really want a relationship with you. The third one being you're just a booty call, and then so on and so forth, okay? And then women need to learn how to figure out what bucket we're in, so that way we can quit expending energy into it. And I was thinking about that when it was saying about getting clarity from our relationships. Okay, card number 47, Skybridge, possibility for union. What needs to be corrected, connected, or disconnected. You stand before a seemingly unbreachable abyss, and there is no possibility of retreat. The path behind you is no longer a viable option. You have to act soon, though, or you run the risk of being struck off the edge of a cliff. Life has brought you to this moment to offer you as yet undreamt of possibilities, but you must no longer postpone what you know to be inevitable. And yes, you are allowed to breathe. You are allowed a breath or two before the leap. So take a bit of time to yourself. Get away for a day or two of contemplation, or even for just a few minutes walk to clear your head. Muster your courage so that you may cross the Sky Bridge. Sky Bridge appears when the moment is absolutely right for a quantum leap. Life believes you are ready, even if you do not agree. Remember not to confuse your true state of readiness with your plans and preparation. Respond with a determined yes and let the universe take care of the details. You need only hold your positive affirmation, and the way will become obvious as you take flight and clear the abyss. So you're taking a leap, right? And you're taking an opportunity. At the bottom of the deck is caterpillar, and it says opportunity. So you're taking the opportunity to go with the flow, trust the universe, and take this leap. But now what you have to do is you have to trust that your intuition, and that's another thing. You got to trust that your intuition, you got to trust your intuition and be able to discern like yes or no, okay? So as an example of this, the day before yesterday, I was on the dating app that I'm using, and I had matched with this guy. And we started talking, and like in the first 2 or 3 responses, he hit me with like all of this self-awareness jargon and boundaries and shit, like right away. Like all of the stuff that me and my community teach here on YouTube and TikTok, he hit me with it right away, and then said he was a Pisces. I like immediately got a very unwell feeling about it. Like I could feel it viscerally in my body, and I knew, hey, it was really nice to meet you, but I don't think that this is going to go any further than right now. I appreciate you taking the time, blah, 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 right? And then we unmatched and we moved on with our lives. Caterpillar says transformation, opportunity, independence from conditioned responses. The energy of Caterpillar appears, heralding a time of transformation and opportunity. Here you're being asked to revise your dreams. If it looks and smells familiar, step away from it for the time being. You cannot emerge from the old, and the youthful and vital cannot emerge from the aged and sickly. Experiment and surprise yourself with what arises for you in this moment. Not pushing myself to go out at 11 o'clock last night and taking an opportunity to have a fun time. Had I just chosen to stay home, I would have been repeating a cycle. And what now I need to be doing is trusting my intuition and discerning what feels right and what doesn't feel right. Last night felt right. I had a fun, it was fine. We kind of have to do that in life. We just have to take the leap and trust that the universe is going to send our way the lessons that we need to learn. Sometimes the most original response is no response whatsoever. Stand stock still, staring steadily into the eyes of the players in your drama, avoiding engagement until the moment is right. Caterpillar invites you to witness the story unfolding, knowing that deciding on the timing of your action is as essential as finding the best move to make. And when you do act, let there be no doubt in anyone's mind of your determination and the power you unleash. I know exactly what last night was all about. There were glimmers of old stuff, but there was glimmers of new stuff. So trust your intuition, that your discernment for whoever this reading is for, that you have a tidy house. Skybridge is a union to your highest alignment at this time. And Caterpillar saying, You know, the opportunities are right here. All you have to do is leap. Skybridge will put it together. Okay, so I've got the King of Pentacles, the Muse of Materials. Bridges. Yeah, so I'm kind of seeing like, I see the old life holding hands with the new life as you're crossing the bridge into the new life. And like there's a union here with the lessons that you've learned. The Six of Inspiration. This is the Six of Wands. Right? And there's victory in that. Like you were victorious because you knew that it was okay to take the leap. Act out of your highest excitement with no expectation of the outcome. That's the trick. Losing the expectations and just being able to go with the actual flow. We got the Eight of Voices reversed. Bound by my voices, they scream in my ear. Bound by my voices, unrisen. I am sure I can't move. I am sure I can't hear. Bound with no choices, my prison. Except now you do have choices. You have freed yourself from that. The Seven of Materials. The roses remind me of like the opening of consciousness, like the blooming of consciousness, the full lotus of the crown chakra, the full bloom of that lotus, the opening of the crown chakra. They remind me of wisdom being attained, and the patience with yourself that it took to get to that point. Let's say to start that business, right? Like every time you would start a business before, like it would fail. But now you know, but that was way back when you were having anxiety and depression and your life was totally discombobulated. You needed to clean your house, so you did, and you had to be patient with yourself because every time you got nailed with a new lesson, you had to understand that like nothing happens to me, it happens for me. And if we start seeing that as a lesson and how other people behaved, how we behaved, start seeing that as a lesson and fix ourselves, you know, then that bridge finally starts to, you know, come together, to meet in the middle, the union. And we start attracting things for our highest good, what's in alignment with our highest good. We start attracting those things and miracles start happening, right? 1919 on my timer. That's 1010 or 1-1 union. Yeah, so I guess that's, you know, you had to be patient with yourself, of course. Of course. You know how many times I got frustrated with myself when I was going through all that mess before? I know it's only been 2 months. But, you know, I shared that journey. We've got the Muse of Inspiration or the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Merging of fire, the Phoenix. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes. There's the mirrored muse, and he's like walking down the street to a pyramid and a moon. So, you know, that was like you rose from the ashes while you were discovering the illusion that, you know, I mean, people, like, we're just a reflection of other people. You know, how they treat us is how they feel about themselves. And then you start to have compassion for those people. Six of Voices, Six of Swords. Yeah, you start having compassion for those people. You know, that pyramid represents wisdom and what it took to learn the wisdom. And the moon is about wisdom also. Discerning illusions. And we're just mirrors for each other. You either project or you reflect, depending on what state of mind you're in. Six of Voices. This is you looking over the edge of the cliff. Is it safe for me to jump? The mountains and the background. Is it safe for me to jump? If you don't jump, Spirit's gonna push you. All right. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday.